I'm here with Nicole Monroe. She and SR Roman Cartel, aka Gregory, won the 2D Open Average at Pink Buckle 2023. Nicole, thank you for taking some time out of your Saturday to visit with me. Tell me a little bit more about Gregory. He's a 4-year-old futurity horse this year. You guys rolled to the Open, and that turned out to be a very good thing.
It did. It did. Gregory is a race bred colt, basically not much barrel blood back there. So he's really fast. And we ran the futurity out there. The first go, he run a 1 and was 15th in the go. Come in hoping to be fast like that again, or a little faster the second go, but not that he did anything terribly wrong, but we just didn't have the turns we needed to be tighter and faster. So we ended up running a 4, but that 4 put us just almost dead on the average for the 2D in the Open.
Gosh, that's so exciting. What has been your secret sauce for keeping him happy around the barrels and put together all year long?
Lots of slow work, lots and lots of slow, big, quiet circles. You got to keep him off the bridle and a little soft. I actually made a real big bridle change right before I got to Pink Buckle at Texarkana, and it seemed to really help him. I started schooling him in a hackamore with a bonnet, and it just seemed to soften him more than the bit ever had. And then I put him in a ticket combo and ran him at Texarkana with that, and he would have won the futurity. So we drug second barrel to win it, but it made a huge difference. So I just followed through with that when I got to Pink Buckle. But he just requires a lot. You don't just jump on Gregory fresh. Gregory has to be loped that day and then loped again. And then I give him some ace, and then we warm up, and then we run barrels.
So Gregory performs the way that he is bred. He's by Coronado Cartel, out of a daughter of Make It Anywhere. So he is meant to be fast in a straight line.
He is meant to be and is fast.
Yes. Oh man. Well, 4-year-olds, like any futurity colt is a learning experience. It's a humbling experience. I feel like especially a 4-year-old race bred colt may leave you especially scratching your head sometimes, but you guys have had a heck of a year, and you did so well at Pink Buckle. One of the things that we're wanting to know from our Pink Buckle winners is about growth and how you're working every day to grow both as a barrel racer and as a person.
Wow. So, I'm now 53 years old. I've been training futurity horses. Well, I've been training barrel horses since I was probably, I guess I started like professionally into it when I was about 20-ish or so, but I showed pleasure horses for 10 years before that. Wow. So there is so much change, and like I didn't get to ride just futurity horses my whole life like a lot of the other trainers have. I have a daughter and was a single mom, and lived in Florida, which is really hard to haul. So there, I never got that opportunity. And so when I married Brett and moved up to Georgia, of course, that's all he had ever done. So I became able to go and do a lot more. And even at being 40 and getting tri-futurity horses, I have learned and grown so much in that amount of time. Yeah. It's a real mental game, and it takes really getting to that point where like the size of the show, the size of the added money, the people you're competing against doesn't bother you as much anymore.
Yeah.
And so like, I don't think age has as much to do with it as much as just you've got to go, you have to compete against those people, and you just have to keep working at it.
Yeah, that's so well said. That is so well said. And I think now with more high dollar events throughout the year than ever, people really have an opportunity to get to season themselves. We season our colts, yes, we got to season ourselves too, don't we?
Absolutely. I think that does really help even on our coast now. And of course, Pink and Ruby Buckle have made, just leaps and bounds for everyone when it comes to that. But now we even have more on our coast with big money. There's so many people having slot races and stuff on this coast that it for sure gets you in that mix a whole lot more often. And I think that makes, it definitely helps. Our biggest thing when we leave this coast going to like Pink Buckle, we don't get to run a lot of standard patterns. Everything around here is a small building or a small setup. So that's our biggest struggle, I think, for everyone on this coast to travel there and run on that standard pattern where we just don't get to do that very often.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you showed up and you performed. You and Gregory had a great week. We're so thankful for you guys making the drive, and thank you for being a part of Pink Buckle.
Oh, well, thanks for them putting all that good money up for us to have the opportunity to run at, and we enjoy the show.